Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is episode 135. This is the hottest wrestling YouTube show on the planet. I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you're going. This is the West Coast POPCast, and you have just hit the gold of YouTube. I'm joined by my co-host, the final boss himself. Knock, how you doing?
The final boss is here, man. I'm so excited to be here. I came so close to winning back my predictions title, but sadly that will go to someone else that, he can announce it when he wants to. But it's been a good week, had a crazy week actually, stay safe out in those roads, man. Had a crazy car accident on Wednesday, but I'm all good now. I'm back. So I hope you guys are doing well, being safe out there.
Be safe, learn to drive. If you're listening to this, the guy who hit knock key, learn to drive, stay off the roads,
Yes,
keep your eyes off your
please,
phone. And
please.
unfortunately, this week, Zach is unable to join us. He's away on, taking care of some family business, having some good times. So I thought the only way that we can truly get the spirit of Zach in the chat is with a picture of the Peacemaker himself, the face that runs the place, the doctor of thugonomics, the man so fine you can't even see him, Mr. Johnny C to my left. So while you're enjoying this great show, if you miss Zach, just take a look at this picture and know that he is here in spirit.
I'm gonna speak up for Zach here, man. This is outrageous. This is unbelievably outrageous, man. This is criminal. Zach would be so pissed and offended that you put the one guy. I mean, that has similar arms to Zach, but still, the disrespect is unreal.
You know what? All the times I've been gone and Zach has just plagiarized my name, ruined my good name. It's about time I got some revenge.
That is true. You guys have been taking shots at each other for years now. We're at 797 subs, man.
Damn straight. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be jealous. Whoever's gonna be that last person to get us to 800, I'm jealous of you. I wish I could press that subscribe button again. That pleasure goes to you. So hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, get us to 800.
We're so close, man. Really appreciate it, man. We're putting in work here, trying to get this off the ground. Been a few years now going with these guys, and it's been a good time.
Damn straight. Let's hit the chat real quick before we get to the routine of it all. Attila and Primetime in the chat. First off, Primetime, Zach is going to be so mad about that picture. You know why he's going to be mad? Because he's going to look at that man and he's going to realize that that picture and his name belong together. Zach and John Cena belong together. Hashtag Zachy C.
Oh gosh, I guess it's
Attila.
better than the other guy.
Attila. There's no blank square though. It's just a blank square. There's no pictures, just blank square. That's a good one. And
She had me going for a second.
I actually did believe it for a second. And then the news we were just talking about before we actually started recording. Did you hear about JDF news? Jason David Frank. Yeah, it's a true tragedy. Mental health is very important to be aware of. So don't be afraid to reach out. But may he rest
Yeah,
in peace.
yeah. For anyone who like watches Power Rangers, doesn't watch Power Rangers, you watch one season, everyone knows who this guy is. The Power Ranger. Um, is incredibly sad. It happened this morning. It came out of nowhere, but definitely was a reminder. Just check on your friends, check on your loved ones, make sure we're all checking on each other, making sure we're good. I had no idea he was going through stuff. I was lucky enough to meet him when I first moved to LA. Actually, during the Power Rangers premiere, 2017 at the red carpet. It was cool. He was very nice. He was at the after party for just a little bit, but during the before the movie, he was just cool. Come to everybody, taking pictures with anybody, talking to anybody. Like he was a nice guy, man. He looked like he loved what he did. He embraced being a Power Ranger like nobody else, and that was cool as as a kid who grew up loving Power Rangers to see like in real life someone who still embraces that. So incredibly sad, man. Kevin Conroy last week, Jason David Frank this week, man. Just it's insane.
He Yeah, I mean, I was looking up all the times he came back to Power Rangers. I mean, he, like you said, he was the Power Ranger. You think about it. You remember he had that. He tried to be CM Punk's first opponent as soon as he left WWE.
Oh yeah, I do
God,
remember that.
I would have paid money to see that. I really wanted to see that.
I think he might have won.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, like I was telling Knock before at the SuperCon, for the SuperCon, he was like the main attraction that he would come back every now and then. Um, Met him, he's a cool cool, nice guy, very fun. Um, May he rest in peace. It's been a tough year.
Yeah. To Till in chat, people were talking about it last night, literally after Full Gear ended. I actually didn't see those tweets. I jumped off social media. So wow, I guess it happened last night. And he said you're lucky enough to meet him twice. That that's really cool. Anything you want to share in the comments? Just like any type of cool moments you met when you met him or where you met him.
Yeah, let us know and put it on screen. Make yourself famous.
And in prime time, he was my first favorite action star. Yeah, man. I mean, for the '90s, he was the action star, man. He was the
Yeah.
guy. Kid growing up then.
I was just watching his first appearance on Power Rangers. It was pretty cool. It was him versus Jason. Was that the Red Power Ranger's name?
Yeah. Funny enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Red Power Ranger Austin St. John, I believe his real name is.
Yeah.
Um,
It was them in
yeah,
the karate match, and it was kind of cool. It was pretty cool.
yeah. That's actually there's a funny story about that. I'll get to it another time, but those Power Rangers, but it was supposed to be the bad way to throw some kicks I should have thrown. But that's besides the point. Yeah, again, love original Power Rangers. You know, he was the Green Ranger, killed it. You know, the badass dude came back as the White Ranger. I love them in the movie with Ivan Ooze, man, coming back with the samurai ninja looking stuff. They went to that special island place, like they were killing it. Then he came back. I believe it was Red Ranger and one of the other ones.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
my favorite one after him being the White Ranger was he was in Dino Thunder as the Black Ranger. He was a professor. He was a Black Ranger. That was like probably the coolest thing to see him come back as. And then, funny enough, he actually ended up fighting another evil White Ranger. So it all tied back in. It was some cool stuff there. Dino Thunder was like one of my all-time favorites, all-time best theme songs as well, man. If you haven't heard a Dino Thunder theme song, look that one up.
Nice. Till in the chat. Say she met him at San Diego Comic Con in 2017, and he did a signing at a local comic book store here last year. Okay.
Damn.
That'd be nice to go to. I need to go to more comic book signings.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever really been to one.
Sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, be sure to, send some love in the comments. Tell us your favorite moments about JDF in the comments. We'll look him up. We always reply. May he rest in peace.
Yes, sir.
So before we get on to our usual program, Knock has mentioned that we do have a new predictions champion.
I was hoping you forgot.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a rough year for your boy. Fantasy football has been a bitch to me. The predictions championship, ever since I lost it, has been evading me. So you know what? I took time, I took stock, and I bought stock. I bought shares. I started Justice League Inc., where you can be a shareholder. And if you're asking yourself, if you're thinking, what's the difference between Justice League Inc. and the regular Justice League? The difference is we get results because I am here, dripping in swag, dripping in gold. Actually, I'm not dripping in swag because swag is for boys. I'm dripping in class. And I am your predictions champion. And all this time, Knock, you've been saying you've been disgusted with Scissor Me Daddy, but that's what got me to win.
Disgusted.
That's what got me to win. I scissored my way to the top, baby. I am your predictions champion. I'm dripping in gold, dripping in green, and you too can do that by becoming a shareholder of Justice League Inc. today.
Yeah, join Eric's faction, the Justice League Incorporated, and get your name on screen. We should try to get your special merch too. It's Justice League Incorporated merch.
Damn straight. Keep an eye out for it. It's coming soon.
Yeah, it's poetic that Eric did clinch his victory when Swerve in Our Glory lost, imploded, and then lost to the Acclaimed. I picked Swerve in Our Glory. He picked the Acclaimed. I think everyone under the sun got the Elite versus Death Triangle wrong. Yeah. I did not see that coming.
I honestly, I guess post in hindsight, we should have seen that coming because it would be kind of disrespectful if they just came back and won it. But yeah, that is how they were. It looked like it was going that way for a while.
It did, and it's funny too because like the swerve for me was, you're building up Pac with the hammer. He's gonna break up with Death Triangle. It was so subtle and so smart to have Phoenix and Penta finally give in, use the hammer, and get the victory over the Elite in a shocking fashion.
I like that. We're gonna be talking about Full Gear during the show, but well, actually, do you want to talk about Full Gear now, or do you want to go through the week first?
Let's go through the week real quick, and we'll catch Full Gear later on in a bit. We also have some Impact talk. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Eric, get ready for that. But yeah,
I would sell my company to get rid of him. Oh boy. let's just get to Monday Night Raw. Unfortunately, Zach's not here to take the bullet. Well, it's not even taking the bullet anymore, but some good stuff happened on Raw. We had some fun stuff. So last week, you guys made a point to point out that there hasn't really been a good Money in the Bank cash in a while.
nope.
Or actually, let me
For the men.
Okay, let me rephrase this. So there's a difference between good and successful. Would you say there's been no good cash in or no successful cash in?
Oh, no. Actually, fuck. Okay. So originally, when Eric brought this up, I brought it up last week saying there's not been a good cash in a while. But I literally at the second just remembered Bobby Lashley cashing on the Miz. That one was phenomenal.
He did? Oh.
Wait, is that how it went, right? No.
No.
Oh, no, I'm getting it wrong. No. The Miz cashed in on, who was it?
Man, this is where we need some help in the chat. No, you're right, though, because I think...
No,
Miz
Bobby didn't cash in. I'm wrong. Miz cashed in with the help of Bobby.
Right. And then Bobby was like, you owe me a championship match.
It was Drew. He cashed in on Drew. That was a great one. I really enjoyed that.
Okay.
And it lets Bobby get in the belt.
That's right.
Besides that, though, there has not been a good one in years.
See, okay, so this is where I think I almost said it last week, but I wanted to see where it goes. I think this was a good cash in. Even though he failed, I wanted to say this was a good cash in.
He cashed in on a mid-card belt and lost.
But see, here's the thing. I'm actually jealous because I always used to wish that if I was a WWE wrestler, I would cash in on the mid-card title. Because those mid-card titles need prestige. But what I like about this is even though it didn't get him a championship, it got him some edge. It got him some character. He is looking crazy right now. He laid waste to Ziggles. He came out and laid waste to Rollins. And I honestly am scared of what this man could do next week.
Honestly, I mean, Austin Theory is a good wrestler, so he's going to thrive. But he's going to go down to history as one of the worst cashes. It's just going to happen.
Okay. So, but below him, we've got, what's his name? Corbin failing.
Oh, yeah, Corbin's up there for sure. That's terrible.
Cena, even though best wrestler, terrible cash in because I forgot.
Who would he even cash in on? Yeah.
Was it CM Punk or Braun? It was somebody he walked up to and said, "I'm going to challenge you," and then Big Show interfered.
Gotcha.
And it was like like a standard match for a screwy finish that didn't matter. It was a waste of time. And I'm sure there's at least one more I could think of, but. I'm okay with this one. I put it at the bottom of the win column because I think this is going to lead to Theory. Like, he's actually going to have some edge to him.
Okay.
I think it's going to take time. But...
And then what belt? I mean, should you just go back to NXT, though? I'd rather just see him go back to
NXT. He's in a weird spot. I mean, yeah. I still see going back down. It's been good for a lot of people, especially Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
I still see going back down to NXT is like I don't want to say demotion because that's harsh, but it some good happens. I don't know. I have faith that he could do something on the main roster.
All right, we'll see how it goes then.
If he does go back to NXT, do you give him the NXT title or?
If you're gonna call Braun up, his name's Braun, right? Yeah, Braun Breaker. Yeah, do that.
Okay, then yeah, I could take that for a bit. If he goes back and holds it down for NXT for a bit, then. Real quick, Attila, are we going to talk about Overdrive?
You damn Skippy. We're talking about Impact Wrestling Overdrive. Impact Wrestling Full Gear. Impact Wrestling Raw. Impact Wrestling SmackDown. And, of course, Impact Wrestling Overdrive. We are talking about it. I'm excited.
I want to make it clear. The reason I brought that up is because I was about to ask what the hell Overdrive was.
It was their, like, not a full pay-per-view, but it's kind of like their, I don't want to say TV special either. I guess you can call it a pay-per-view. It's one of their newer ones.
If you have to question if it's a pay-per-view, it's not a pay-per-view.
Because it technically is, but like it's not like one of their like main WWE has like the main big 4 pay-per-views. It's not one of their big ones.
Okay. I guess we're talking about Overdrive then.
Yes, sir.
What else happened
Uh,
on Monday Night
I don't think we got to Monday Night Raw yet. Let's see.
Raw?
Uh,
I mainly brought it up so I could talk about Theory beating up Rollins and Ziggles.
let's see. Bobby Lashley gets a nice victory over Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali's been taking a lot of L's, but he's been shining. I love his new look.
Yeah.
He sold a spear amazing.
What a flip. Damn.
And then real quick for War Games, the women's War Games pretty much locked in here. We have Damage Control, Rhea Ripley, and I believe it's Nikki Cross, right?
Yep.
Taking on Mia Yim. We got Bianca Belair, the whole squad. There's also a special, like, we don't know, a special surprise coming for the women's side. I see like the wildest predictions. Do you have any idea who's going to return for the SmackDown side? Right now, I'm going to throw Charlotte's name in the hat.
Ooh. So, because it's for the face side, right? Because
it's for the face side. I'm trying to think of who would be a big surprise. I mean, maybe Becky. Becky's another possible one.
I think she might be out for a minute, though.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be Sasha or Naomi. I think that's still.
Ooh.
I feel like if they come back, they have to come back together. They can't come back, one.
Yeah. I've seen people analyzing the poster, and the person under the hood looks like they have blue hair. Part of me thought it looked like it might be Mia Yim's hair since she's right there and she has blue hair also. But maybe it could be Sasha.
I don't know. Maybe a legend. Maybe Mickie James. I mean, NWA is crumbling. Is she still under contract with them?
All right, for everyone watching, listen. We all know Eric doesn't watch Impact. I keep up with Impact. Mickie James not on NWA. She's on Impact Wrestling. The last rodeo is happening in TNA Impact Wrestling.
That's a sad rodeo. That bull is dying. That bull is begging her to get off.
We have to. I don't know what we have to do, guys, but we're gonna get Eric to watch Impact Wrestling. All he has to do is watch 2 matches, and he'll be hooked.
Disgusting.
We all know the joy and excitement it brings to our lives watching Impact Wrestling.
Impact
and Eric is just neglecting it.
If you are an Impact fan, I am insulting you personally.
Except
for Attila. I like Attila.
The views of Eric are not represented by the podcast.
I was gonna say, I thought I saw something with like Trish Stratus or Tori. I don't know. I feel like I don't know who it could be unless they bring someone up from NXT. I don't think it's gonna be someone on the main roster.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Other thing I see here was Shelton Benjamin taking on Dominic Mysterio, man. Dom going for the victory here. Rhea loving it, internet hating it. She's calling him Little Dom. This storyline's something else. I mean, this is the most talked about thing Dominic Mysterio's ever had.
Yeah, and
most buzz.
Apparently, Triple H is now a fan of Judgment Day. At first, when he took over, I think he was looking to end it. He wasn't a fan, but now he's. Reports say he's into it now.
I mean, I can see it, man. It's working. It's getting over, and honestly, it's all in the back of Rhea Ripley. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's all I got from that Raw.
Yeah, I don't really care about Dexter Lumis and his storyline. I know Zach. For the sake of Zach, I guess they're gonna have a match in 2 weeks, and Johnny's the one to announce it. Zach said he likes his storyline. I'm not too into it. I think
it's still cool because I like Loomis, but I'm like not into it as well.
Yeah, I think this is Loomis' worst storyline in WWE. Like all the stuff he did in NXT was more fun.
You should have seen him as Samuel Shaw in TNA Impact Wrestling, man. I'm telling you. Get on it. They're playing Impact Wrestling for free. If you have a Samsung TV on Samsung TV Plus, you can watch Impact Wrestling for free. Come on now, get on it.
They gotta pay me to watch some Impact Wrestling. And until TNA chants during full gear, that's disgusting. Wrestling fans are disgusting.
NXT. Zoe Stark, she turned heel, man. She's calling herself the Hunter. She's going after anybody and everybody in her way on her way to the title. Braun Breaker took on Von Wagner. I'm not the biggest fan of Von Wagner. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm glad Braun retained here. Still no clear person to take off the belt besides Carmelo Hayes if they finally pull the trigger.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. He could honestly get it because I don't think call up is coming up soon. for the men's side. Um, so it could happen. There's word that they're bringing up two NXT, like people from the Next in Line program to NXT, two
Oh
athletes.
yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
But yeah, I don't think there's a call up coming from the men besides maybe Braun Breaker. But
Yeah.
yeah, so Carmelo could be the guy.
Carmelo has to be the guy, man. He's currently feuding with Wesley still, Booker T, and Wesley. Carmelo Hayes got a contract signing. Very good stuff, man. I love all the guys involved. There's some like promo thing for Hard Justice coming to NXT, and I can't. I, again, everywhere I look, man, I see TNA Impact Wrestling. TNA had one of the best pay-per-views, TNA Hard Justice, for years. So it's just like everywhere I look, I'm watching TNA somehow. So that's NXT right there. Um, Yeah, not too much stuff, man. Indy Hartwell taking on Tatum Paxton, some good stuff. Scripps is still coming to invade the W Performance Center, man.
I still feel like
Yeah,
Zach made this up. I feel like y'all got in this joke or something. But I don't know. I want to watch NXT, but I also don't because I feel like the best days are behind it. So it's hard
yeah,
to
but
get
they
into it.
still got some bright spots. Still some bright spots. Maybe a change of the venue, maybe change the look up a little bit might help them out. Because I still like Mandy Rose is killing it, still retaining her belt, becoming still champion, and it's still again still a few guys.
Yeah, I'll give Mandy props. She's still like, I go online and she props that belt up so much, and she's really into it, so she deserves it. I'm
Yeah.
happy for her.
Um. Should we talk about Dynamite or should we
I
save it
mean,
save the AW talk for full
I don't think there's really anything on Dynamite we're talking about. Everything that happened on Dynamite got resolved on Full Gear, so we can
Yeah,
save
I
it.
mean, it was a solid, good go home show. Nothing too crazy. Britt gave a hell of a promo. I'll say that. But I think we can save the AW talk for a full year.
Yeah. All right, then let us let us go ahead and talk about. Sorry, I got distracted by a pop up. Let's talk about Impact Wrestling, and the only reason I'm saying that is because this is a true fact. In 10 minutes, we're gonna get kicked off Zoom, and I am
Oh
hoping,
shit!
I am praying that it is because of Impact we get kicked off. I hope Zoom ends this conversation. So
I
not.
did forget that Zach is the guy who holds the Zoom power. Um, well, that's interesting. But yeah, let me get straight to it, man. Impact Wrestling had a great show. Then they had Overdrive, the build of Frankie Kazarian, the prodigy from Impact, who was the first man out on the first pay per view ever in TNA Impact Wrestling. Held the X Division belt, tag team belt. What else he hold over there? I think that might have been it. He never held the world title yet. So we have a contract signing. This is pretty much like they enjoy each other. They're not rivals. They don't hate each other, but they're gonna have a nice friendly competition until that contract signing. Frankie Kazarian brought Tracy Brooks, his wife, former Impact Knockout. Josh Alexander brought his wife, and they started getting feisty. So now for the pay per view main event, uh, Josh Alexander does retain. I was rooting for Frankie Kazarian. I thought it was his time, but I think Alexander's gonna be the one to break all the the records. He's gonna hold the belt for the longest. They shake hands, and then Bully Ray comes out. You know, he's back on his bully, if you will. He's calling a shot for the world title. He's gonna take him on at Hard to Kill. Um, and Bully Ray he's just an asshole, man. He's attacking people. He's back to his heelish ways. But as for the match, great stuff. Kazarian starts hitting some of the old school hits. He locked in the ankle lock. I believe he hit a Styles Clash. Really cool stuff here. But of
Move
course,
that a WWE superstar is using. He's copying off WWE superstars now.
hey man, that's his friend, man. They were in Fortune together before. Alexander, of course, gets the win with the C4 spike. Good victory from him. Another great Wayne. I think Kazarian even hit a kill switch in this match. Again, really good stuff. Really solid match. Another one I want to get to, of course, we had Masha Slamovich, one of the most intimidating looking knockouts in history, taking on Jordan Grace for another chance at the world title. In a last knockout standing match, Jordan Grace gets the victory. We see some really cool stuff. Jordan Grace hits Masha with a vertebrae her, if you will, on a trash can, and of course she hits her muscle buster finisher on a table, not a table, a door, a door, man. Really cool stuff. Jordan gets the win, of course. Makes a 10 count. But Masha's strong, man. She looks great. She looks strong. Her time's coming. And of course, Eric, you know about the X Division, man. We have a
I know
new
nothing
X
about the X
Division
Division.
champion. A new X Division champion, Spider Trey Miguel, winning it for another time. I don't know what reign this is for him, but he's once again champion. He's probably my favorite X Division champion of the last several years. He's been on fire, very innovative in the ring. There's a lot of cool stuff. I love seeing him on a bigger stage eventually. Right now, he's killing it, holding it down for the X Division, waving the TNA flag. He took on Black Taurus, got a good victory. One of the cool spots in this match, he goes for I don't know what you call it, man. He flips outside the ring into a Dragon Hurricane Rana, a Dragon Rana, if you will, flips Black Taurus, who is the bigger competitor. This guy is pretty huge compared to Trey Miguel, but he still gets a victory. Black Taurus was accompanied by Crazy Steve, but didn't matter. But here's the twist, though. Here's the twist, Eric. You got to find out.
Ugh.
Miguel turned heel. He's our Spider-Man. He's our friendly neighborhood spider, and he turned heel. He won the match with a what do you call it? Heelish ways. He blinded him with some spray paint, hit the lightning spiral, and took back his belt. Real quick, I know we're on 10 minutes, man. Heath Slater and Rhino retained the World Tag Team title belts.
So you're telling me they said these two are such a great tag team in WWE? We need some of that WWE mojo in our tag division?
Yes, of course, man. The great tag. Rhino was a team, the original, by the way. I want you to remember that. Mickey James beat Taylor Wilde. And lastly, Motor City Machine Gun Tour, the NJPW strong tag team champions beat the Bullet Club's Ace Austin and Chris Bay to get the tag team number one contender for the Impact World Title Tag Team Championships. So they should win it next time. That is it for Impact. I'm trying to speed through this because we're about to run out of time. I feel like Excalibur, but check out our merch stand. Oh, man. Get the donkey off the screen.
I didn't even know that was there. My goodness. Who's putting this stuff on screen? Zach, is that you hacking me, Zach? How do I get this damn donkey off screen, Zach? There we go. So,
oh, man.
We got 4 minutes before we get kicked off. We're going to go to break in a second, and then we're going to come back. But before I do,
Wait, you're telling me we're coming back? I could have took my time with it back.
I never wanted this stream to cut off so much more than right now. But I just want to say, if you watch Impact Wrestling, you watch everything that he just said, I'm going to fight you. We are going to fight. It's your fault I have to listen to this every week. If you are one of the 10 people who watch Impact Wrestling weekly, meet me at a place we will determine, and I'm going to beat some sense into you. Watch some John Cena matches and realize that is pro wrestling.
John Cena would never cut it at Impact Wrestling.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have a clip playing on screen for y'all.
How many reverse battle royal wins does John Cena have?
I just felt my gut just twist from hearing that. Just from hearing that alone.
How many option C's did he use?
Disgusting. This is a family show. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this clip. Well, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
So who wants to go first?
Yeah. Oh, okay. No. After you, please.
All right. Demo God is here, man. Hit me.
All right. I'll give you a pay-per-view. Eric can give you an opponent. I'll say All In.
Okay.
And I'll say Sting.
Sting, man, all the protective layering you can get won't matter because I'm going all in on that ass, okay, Sting? 61 years old, and you're about to retire to me. You thought Seth Rollins did a big on you? Well, that's it for the knock. That's the bottom line. Come on, man.
God damn.
Yeah, it would get retweets. Oh man.
All right, bro.
And we're back, folks. Thank you so much for waiting. We should be good for the rest of the episode, but if we do have to do it, it'll be real quick. That was Impact Wrestling, unfortunately. But now we can go on to the company that not only perfected professional wrestling, quite frankly, they might have created it. Vince McMahon might have actually created the perfect professional wrestling company. SmackDown Live.
Oh
Now,
gosh.
do you know what happened on SmackDown Live?
I know the big thing that happened on SmackDown Live. Should we jump right into that, man?
Go ahead.
So there's a few things actually. LA Knight and Bray Wyatt are continuing their little feud here. And you know what LA Knight did to this man of mystery?
Slapped the taste out of his mouth.
Slapped him across the face. And one of the most meme-worthy clips, we have Bray Wyatt staring him down. Next thing you know, LA Knight's buried by tables and chairs and knocked out in the back. So who knows what happened? Bray's been popping up in like the back of people's promos, walking the halls. This man is looming around, and you're taking slap shots in public on him.
You know what? Zach might not be here, but I feel like he would be disappointed if we didn't point out that during that LA Knight backstage segment, before that, there was a masked figure in the background in the door in the darkness.
Yes.
You can see on screen there. So it's interesting to see where this goes. I'm a little, I shouldn't say confused, but intrigued. I can't tell I guess LA Knight's the heel, but it's weird to say that Bray's the face.
Yeah, it kind of is, but it's interesting to me because I think LA Knight's the perfect one to help bring this Bray out because he's good on the mic. He's good at playing this up, and it was a good segment, man.
Yeah, I like that. I'm looking forward to see where it goes when Bray gets in the ring.
Also, since I know Zach would have brought this up as well, this man, Zach is the one who catches all the little things in movies, shows, comics, all the stuff. Usos are, the paranoid. Who's the fifth member? Sami Zayn is calling game already, and the Brawling Brutes have not picked their fifth member. Kerry and Cross Scarlet are backstage. Usos press them, yo, are you guys the fifth member of the Brawling Brutes? Nah, man, we ain't no fifth members. And in the back, you see some creature, some person walking. Looks like it could be Bray. Could be the Uncle Howdy Bo. Who knows? But Karrion Kross was not the fifth member. You know who that fifth member was?
Prize fighter himself.
KO, back from injury. He played it up. People thought he was be out for months, weeks, missed the whole pay-per-view, and he returned to great surprise. Now the conflict is even bigger now. Sami Zayn, his best friend, or the bloodline. Who do you choose? The people that don't like you, or the person that, well, you have a complicated past, but you guys know each other from the same place. He did powerbomb you on an apron a few times, but that's besides the point. You guys are best friends, allegedly. So this should be very interesting. Do you pick Sami Zayn to turn now at War Games against the Bloodline? Even though he called game already. He called victory.
I'm scared. I hope not, because I'm really enjoying this version of Sami Zayn. Because like once he goes with Kevin, that's also going to be a great chapter. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this chapter too. So I don't know.
And he's still making everybody crack up at all the segments he's in. So yeah, I'm still really enjoying it as well. Last thing I'll say, first of all, great return from KO. Roman, he's doing his thing. He returned as well. Got stunnered by KO. And Ricochet, Mustafa Ali. Again, Mustafa Ali, two matches in a row this week against Rick. And now Ricochet, first Bobby on Raw, killed it. He lost, but he looked great. Ricochet hits a shooting star press, gets the victory. These two are great. They had been wrestling this on what? WWE main event. And now they're getting a better spotlight on SmackDown. This is cool stuff.
They love wrestling, Chuck. You can see it. They're always,
you can tell,
they're tweeting it out. They wanted this match. I'm happy for them. I'm glad that Triple H is using them, and we can see what these flippy dippy wrestlers can do as well.
Gosh, yeah. And that's another thing. Actually, I don't know if you caught it. Speaking of Braun, did you see Braun's match against Gunther?
Yeah, I did. New Day, right?
Yeah. So there's a spot in the match. We've for the longest, I think since this podcast has started, me and Eric's been talking about Gunther, formerly known as Walter. His chops will put somebody in the hospital. So he chops Braun, Braun no sells one of the greatest, hardest chops in the world, and then chases Gunther outside the ring. Now, if this wasn't an abandonment of character, I don't know what was. I think Twitter split on this. What are your thoughts?
All right. So I spoke about how back when what's his name, Leo Rush was the Blackheart, he took a pile driver off a ladder through a table and got right back up. And I said I loved it because that is something that you legit have to get up from. Like, you legit drove into the mat and got up. Walter's chops, if you can take a chop from Walter and not flinch, you've earned the right to no sell it. So I don't like Braun, but I'm gonna say I approve. If he can, like, if they told, I would have told Braun. If I was the producer, I would say, listen, I will allow you to no sell this if you can, but if you flinch, I'm gonna be showing that flinch on TV for the next year.
Yeah, I hope Walter put all his might into that. And like you said, if he no sells, so you can no sell. That's cool. If you're that big of a dude, I get it. But the whole chasing after was a little much. I thought. I don't think
the chase was too much because, like, at the end, like, Xavier goes for the pin and then Walter runs away. I think that was wrong.
Yeah, but I'm not too mad at Braun, as big as he is, taking it. It does make sense.
Yeah.
I think that's it for. I think we talked about all the weekend recap there. Should we hit Full Gear or you got news?
Well, real quick, Primetime has a question for you. That clip that we took in the break, when did that happen? When did you go all in on Sting's ass?
What episode was that, man? It had to be before one of the pay-per-views. I'm pretty sure we're hyping a pay-per-view.
I think it must have been like around Sting's third match or something. Like we were doing a promo.
Oh shit! Was it the Revolution match?
I think so. It might have been.
Yeah, it might have been a few. That might have been like 100 episodes ago by now.
Honestly, that's how long we've been on for.
Yeah, we're going strong, man. Almost 800 subs, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family, man. We're growing this community, man. I love to see everybody in the chat, man. Really appreciate all you guys.
Damn straight. Let's go ahead and do Full Gear before our timer hits up again. And then we can do news and the segments after.
Yeah, we really balling on a budget this week without that. This is the timer, man. Damn.
Yeah, I got the money, but Justice League Inc. I ain't do no charity, even for my own show.
Oh gosh.
So let's go ahead and hit up Full Gear. I want to ask you first. You watched the whole thing.
Whole damn show.
I just kind of peeked around at it. So my question for you is, match of the night off the bat, who you give it to?
That's a tough one. Honestly, Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm might have provided the best women's match, at least women's match for a title. Because I think Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker for the lights out match is really cool too. But this one might have been the best title match they put together. I think Hikaru Shida has a few great title matches, but this one they both were in sync. Jamie Hayter, who got over naturally, got the great pop, great victory. They honestly, AEW almost overbooked it at the end. He almost overbooked it, doing all the run-ins, and that wasn't really necessary. We could have had Jimmy go for strong, but I think that might have still shown, man. The Elite and Death Triangle. I mean, you can't miss. All those guys in that match, you can't miss. So it's between that one and the women's match.
Okay, I think that. Wow. I'll let you go ahead and take it over because you know the show, you know the flow. So go ahead. What do you think about
Yeah, I mean, Full Gear, as you all know, Eric did win the predictions belt for this. He'll be putting the title online, I think, for Monday Night Raw tomorrow. So definitely check it out.
This title, I'm getting first ever first.
Yeah, you gotta take Zach's West Coast Pop title. You see that one on trivia, man? That title looking nice.
True that.
But Full Gear, real quick with the countdown to Full Gear, the 0 hour. Kingston versus Jun Akiyama. He got the victory there. Konosuke Takeshita is now all elite. Danhausen made his return to help best friends beat the Factory with Lee Moriarty. Not Lee Moriarty, what's his name? Lee Johnson. And then the last one was, who was it? Ricky Starks beat Brian Cage, I believe. So quick stuff there. We didn't even do that for predictions. But opening the show, Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy. Great tag team. The build for their feud hasn't really been the best. but this match was on fire. Christian Cage was great on the outside, doing his heel tactics before he got kicked out. Jungle Boy, these two are in sync, man. They're best friends. They've been knowing each other since they were like young. Since Jungle Boy was 10. Highlights of this match: Jungle Boy hits Luchasaurus with a pile driver, man. Did not see that coming. But he gets the victory at the end with the elbow drop through the table off the top of the cage. The table broke, a little delayed, but it still worked. I'd have been so mad if he hit that and didn't break properly. He talked about it in the press conference at the end that the way Luchasaurus was positioned on the table, he couldn't, if he went a little further, he would have went too far. So he had to go a little shorter so he can get it right. He said the positioning was a little weird. And he said once he got up there, man, they were chanting every step he took. He's like, fuck it, I got to do it now. So really good match, man. Jungle Boy, probably the biggest win, I think, in his career so far that I can think of.
Yeah, I think so. Even bigger than the tag title win.
Yeah, I mean, this is your singles match. It's a big feud here. The tag title win was cool, but was that on pay-per-view? Was that a regular Dynamite? I think it was a Dynamite.
I think you're right. Yeah, it might have been Dynamite against the Young. No,
it might have been triple threat tag match.
Yeah, you're right. I don't remember, so I guess it was bigger.
Yeah. So cool stuff here. Hopefully they use this to position Jungle Boy, put a rocket on him, shoot him to the moon. Next up, I think what might have been, I don't know who was next, honestly, but I'll go through it. TNT Championship match, Wardlow versus Mojo versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Actually flowed very well. I don't know if you've seen the clip yet, but Wardlow might have hit the greatest whisper in a win I've ever seen. This man got the craziest height, landed clean on both, and then landed on his feet. Definitely check out the clip if you haven't seen it. Cool stuff here. Powerhouse Hobbs looked great entrances. Solid match. Wardlow hit Powerhouse Hobbs with several power bombs. Mojo gets a tap out victory though, as he throws Wardlow off and takes out the carcass of Powerhouse Hobbs. Now the 4-way Ring of Honor Championship match. I did not see this being good. I was ready to skip it. It looked like a mesh. I wanted Danielson to finally get like a singles match, a classic with somebody else, but this one worked very well. Claudio was on fire. Guevara, love him or hate him, this dude could go. In the ring, he's excited. So he was killing it, man. Spanish flies, cutters, shooting star presses, all clean. This dude was on fire. Jericho did his thing a little bit. The only problem I have with this match was the finish. Not because Jericho won. I kind of seen that coming, even though I didn't predict him. But so Cesaro was going for his swing, and Jericho tries to jump into the swing and hit his Judas Effect finisher. I'm sorry, man. I like Jericho, but he's not that like fluff a move like that. It looked like cool, but you could see him like falling in the air and missing Cesaro's face. They had to redo the finish a little bit. I appreciate the attempt. I'm not going to discredit him too much, but it would have been really cool if he could hit that clean. Right. You've seen some dissension a little bit, like Sammy Guevara hit his finisher on Jericho, try to win. Cesaro and Danielson ended up fighting each other, but solid match. The only low point for me was the TBS title match because the crowd wasn't really into it. It really bugged me because I thought both women were having a good match. It might have been one of Jade's better matches. Nyla was doing great as well. Nyla came out with the entrance of the year, the Eddie Guerrero style. You have the Problema, Marita Shafir out there, Vicky Guerrero wearing a Rhea Ripley shirt, by the way, which we'll talk about that in a sec. I don't know if you seen all the buzz on Twitter about that. So Nyla Rose comes out with the TBS title, Eddie Guerrero style. Jade Cargill comes out as what was it, the Thundercats character from there, looking cool. She picks up the victory. What else is on the card here? I'll go to the next women's match. Oh, the trios match was the second match, but the women's match here, which I thought might have stole the show, Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter, man, great hard-hitting match. Probably one of the best in the company's history. Jamie gets the victory with the help of Rebel, with the help of Britt, who actually helped her out. We thought Britt would turn on her, but she helps her get the victory. Jamie for the win. And then Britt versus Saraya was solid. There was one spot, I think I told you guys in the chat, where they kind of pretended that Saraya might have got a stinger, which was a little much.
Yeah.
But just like Danielson, when he came back, it's going to take a while for me to get used to seeing Saraya take bumps. Since, we know her neck was fragile, so that was tough. It was a good match back. It was solid. Nothing too crazy. First match in 5 years, but definitely a solid match. Trios match might have stole the show as well. Great to see Elite back. They came out with Tony Khan throwing all his money at all his licensed music. Great match there. Damn, this is a long ass card, man. I got like 3 more matches. Tag team match. Another slap happened. Swerve slapped Keith Lee. Keith Lee said, "Fuck it, I'm walking out." Swerve wanted him to use the pliers on the Claim. Claim get the victory, eventually retain. That's where, sadly, Eric won.
Right.
Uh,
Versus champion.
Here's another match that might surprise you: Sting and Darby versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Great match, man. We got the TNA chants during this match. Another great spot. Go ahead, you got it.
I want to address this real quick because Matilla also said in the chat, I didn't hear these TNA chats. And you're right. I didn't hear it because what I think happened, I heard CNA. And I think these wrestling fans are so uneducated that they were trying to spell Cena. So I don't know. I love wrestling, but you wrestling fans need to know it's CENA.
Back in the day, Jeff Jarrett gave Cena his first break, right? That is a lie, by the way. That is a lie.
I was about to say. This man Jarrett. This is like if the founder of Burger King was applying to work at McDonald's.
Oh gosh, it's not true at all, man. Anyways, Jeff Jarrett still killing it. Darby taking some crazy spots. I think you would actually enjoy this match. The crowd was super into it. They reinvigorated the crowd. Darby puts a ladder on the ramp, does his coffin drop from like 30 feet above, and Satnam Singh, one in a billion, catches him. He caught him. Never seen that before in my life. It could have been cleaner of a catch, but I'm not going to complain. I thought it was fucking cool. That's going to be on all the gifts in the world. Crazy. And you know what? Hits a spinning power bomb on the ramp after he catches him, which is kind of like James Storm, TNA Impact Originals, Eye of the Storm finisher. So Satnam Singh, man, great to see you get inspired by some other TNA greats. Good stuff there. Good match. Sting and Darby are still undefeated to get the victory. But Team TNA still running wild. Stealing the show. And then last match, Eric, man, MJF is engaged, right?
Unfortunately for every other woman out there, yes.
He's engaged, man. This man is coming out to the ring, right? They're in New Jersey, so you're gonna get some New Yorkers cheering for him. He had a good showing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to see his entrance?
I didn't see it, man.
Oh, you didn't see it, man. All right, well, as a man with a significant other, man, this man came out smiling, came out cheesing. He's already kissed somebody on screen. He comes out to the stage. He finds this woman in the crowd, right?
Right.
He says, hey, look, he looks at her, they exchange words, and he goes for the motorboat during his entrance, man.
Oh my God.
You can't make this shit up. This dude is like, is something else. He might have won the world title and ended up in the doghouse.
I will say, I love how he uses his family and connections in his thing. His mom hates him, K-Fing.
Yeah.
His dad hates him. I love it.
This dude was something else, man. I don't know what he was doing, but he gets the victory over Mox because he pulls out the diamond ring. Says, I'm going to use it. Real comes out to stop him, and he says, "Nah, I'm not going to use the ring." He tosses the ring, fights Mox a little bit. The ref is distracted. Regal slides MJF the brass knuckles, knocks Moxley out. Crowd pops. Your new world champion is MJF. Great celebration, great win. I wasn't on board. I wasn't sold about this going into it, but now I am. And if you don't have to watch the whole press conference, just watch the 3 minutes MJF came out and walked away during the press conference, and that was one of the best promos he's ever given, man. It was amazing.
So after all, everything.
After all, you got it.
So after even like from when he came back, the moment he came back to now, do you believe in MJF title reign? Do you think this is going to be, big, or is it going to be a flop? I don't want to say Hangman level because it could have been better.
Hangman had some bangers. It could have been better, but he had some bangers.
Yeah, but do you think it's going to live up to it?
Hey, match-wise, it's going to be very difficult to live up to it because Hangman was killing it. The Danielson matches, the Lance Archer matches. We'll see who he lines up. Right now, it's going to be Ethan Page versus Ricky Starks to be the first number one contender. If it's Ricky Starks, the promo battle we're about to get. I like Ethan Page. He's great in the mic.
Yeah.
But the promo battle we'll get for Ricky Starks, a face Ricky Starks, and a heel MJF, heel face MJF is going to be through the roof.
Okay, so that's interesting. They're going with Ricky Starks then, because I mean with Hangman, they went with Bryan Danielson first.
Yeah.
That's to me that's how you start a title reign off. And I love Ricky Starks. I've been saying for a long ass time they do not use him enough. I just don't know if I would pick him to be the first person.
I would have picked him to take the belt off.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I'm through the roof, through the moon. I'm Ricky Starks, man. I think he's gonna be the guy.
Right.
Like, so if they can, have him lose this one, maybe come back, revisit this down the road, I'm down. But the promo battle, I'm ready for it.
I'm down with that. I can take that.
Yeah, that's AEW Full Gear. I think that's all I got.
All right.
Let us know in the chat what you guys think.
Yeah, let us know. Did you like Full Gear? What was your match of the night? Let us know below in the comments. With that, do you have any news and rumors you want to hit up before we start getting?
Yeah, I got a few. Staying on the AEW train. Did you get to see the new trailer for their game?
I didn't see the trailer, but I saw the. I know everyone's freaking out over the hardcore match screenshot.
Yeah, so they have the hardcore match screenshot. The new game is dope. The trailer was cool. I'm a little worried though, because again, it says coming soon. Someone who really follows video games and really into it. When you say coming soon, man, after this long, when it's supposed to be out by what, November, December, that doesn't sound like it's a good thing. I need like a confirmed release date to have some like hope in the game. The graphics do not look good, but I'm hoping the gameplay makes up for it. I'm hoping it's fun. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna have a giant roster, great, a ton of match types. So we'll see what happens. Just get a release date on there, man. Iron it out. They did change the cover. CM Punk's no longer on the cover.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's a lot of red flags going into this game.
Yeah.
If you're, if you're a gamer, then there's a lot of red flags. But we'll see. I'm curious if CM Punk is still on the roster, because
that's gonna be weird. Because like, I feel like he has to be. I mean, you put the money and effort into making his character. Like, he's clearly a character.
Right. And on Punk's side, like, so I'm curious because like you get a lot of money from being in a wrestling video game. I'm sure that's why Cody is still fine with him being in it.
That's the thing.
So I'm curious what the relationship is, because I'm sure Punk is pissed, especially after Colt Cabana stuff. But
yeah,
is he pissed enough to say no to money, or is
I say that's part of his buyout. If that really happened, you got to keep him in the game. Take him off the cover, but you got to keep him in the game, man. That's going to help move some numbers. We haven't had CM Punk in a video game in how long? I think you want to keep him in there.
True.
What else I had here? Oh yeah, so I brought up a little bit here. So Vicky Guerrero came out to Rhea Ripley shirt. So I seen Twitter like split on this. They were buzzing. So Nyla Rose's entrance was pretty much like an Eddie Guerrero lowrider inspired entrance. Obviously, Vicky was married to Eddie Guerrero. The shirt said "I am your mommy." That's Rhea's shirt. There was no WWE logos on it. You couldn't see nothing unless you really know Rhea. Unless you watch WWE, you wouldn't. I don't think you really know. I thought it was cool because I think it was, she was paying tribute to Rhea, of course, because it's her shirt. Right. I was thinking it was more in favor to like Eddie and like the entrance. So, and I'm also pretty sure like she would have had to run that by Tony Khan first. So I think he might have okayed it. I don't know what happened, but do you think that's a bad move or a good move, or it doesn't really matter considering like how?
I feel like everything that's happened with Dominic, I feel like Vicky probably supports. I mean, I'm sure she's like an aunt to Dominic.
Yeah.
So I feel like anything that Rhea's doing, again, is an extension of Dominic, so she's cool with it. And I'm sure she supports that story. So I'm if she was supporting Rhea, that's awesome. That's great. That's just one person, one wrestler supporting them. I'm sure in the back of her head, Vicky must be like, damn, I should have done the mommy thing first. I was just there waiting for her.
Yeah.
But I think this is okay. I think this works. No harm there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if there was like a WWE logo on it, then yeah, that's a bad look. But like, I don't think it's too big a deal since that was her husband and that's who the shirt is like, based off of.
If anyone can wear that, it's her.
Yeah.
So I agree.
And then I think the last thing, I had two more things actually. One thing, Logan Paul said like his injury is not the ACL, just the MCL meniscus, so he's going to be, still bad, but he's doing better than expected. And then the pirate captain, Queen Pirate Princess of the Sea, Kairi Sane, the Stardom NJPW crossover event. She becomes the first ever IWGP Women's Champion, defeating Mayu Atami. Great match, great stuff. I mean, if you haven't seen Mayu Iwatani, check out her matches. She has one of the match with years in Stardom. Her and Siri, I think I can't really pronounce her name, but they'll come after me. I know I butchered it. But Siri, if you haven't been watching Stardom, first of all, they're probably some of the best women's matches on the planet right now, killing it. So shout out to Kyrie for getting the first win. We kind of seen it coming. I mean, she's Kyrie saying, but the insane elbow looked amazing. And the last thing I will say, I don't know if you've seen it, but Kenny Omega called out Will Ospreay. It'll be Kenny versus Ospreay at Wrestle Kingdom for the IWGP US Championship. Kenny's back.
And right, he is. I'm actually going to piggyback off that because I had some slides for that. Like Knox said, he did call him out. And if you look on your screen, here's the updated card for Wrestle Kingdom. Like you said, Will and Omega for the U.S. Championship. We've got Kyrie defending the IWGP Women's Championship. Again, I can't really see it because my screen is smaller.
I'm not gonna.
Thank you. Zack Sabre Jr. is announced. FTR will be defending the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Championship against a team to be announced. I think they ought. I think they might lose it there because they've been holding on to it for a while. And I think they've been hinting that this might be their last run as a tag team. So we'll see.
Really? Is it because Dax might be going singles?
I think so. He hasn't been saying it, but he's been taking a lot of singles bookings.
He has.
Yeah.
Honestly, that'd be kind of a shame if they split up. I'll be honest.
Right. I'd be fine with it if they, because like I think AEW is still at that level where you can still be a tag team, but you can also wrestle singles.
Yeah.
So I'd be fine with that, but who knows?
I'll be honest.
Sorry, go ahead.
You got it.
No, go ahead.
I was looking at the card you put up here. I didn't know there was an NJPW World Television Championship. Either I knew that and I forgot, but I didn't know that was there.
I honestly didn't know that either. I'm looking at that.
Oh man, just bring back the IWGP Intercontinental Belt.
Yeah. And then the Junior Heavyweight Championship has also been announced with Taiji Ishimori defending against Takahashi, Aldo Sperano, and Master Wato. And Jay White versus Okada for the World Heavyweight Championship after Okada won the G1 Climax.
Yes. Time for Okada to get the belt back. Or Black Adam, if you will.
That's right. If you didn't know, Okada lent his voice to the Black Adam Japanese dub. And I do want to go back to Kyrie saying, because you did mention the historic X event. I meant to do that in the week recap, but I forgot. The match also happened there. There's some good matches. Definitely check it out because this was Stardom and New Japan's first time working together like that, I believe. We had Will Ospreay defending the U.S. title against. I just lost the graphic. It was right there. I lost it. He successfully defended it. That's all you need to know. Check out the card though. It had some great matches on it. And other news I've got for you guys here. Start off with Jeff Hardy. His pre-trial meeting has been pushed back for his DUI problems in Florida. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. His lawyers they might be trying to arrange a plea deal. They're trying to get him off without too much trouble. So it could be good for him. It could be a problem, but yeah, it's been pushed back to December. Might be a while before we see him back wrestling.
Okay.
Adam Cole concussion injuries. People are getting worried. It's been said that he could come back tomorrow or he could come back never. It is.
Yeah, that's nerve-wracking, man.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like he's not even at the prime of his career yet. Like he's always getting better and better. So that's a shame. Wish him the best, obviously, but if he is gone, that'd be a hit to wrestling as a whole, not just AEW.
A complete hole, man. Like this dude is a super talent, man. He was finally getting that push. I think he's supposed to be the guy to be the next world champion after MJF. Like he just won the Owen Hart tournament. Like he was like his push was coming.
Yeah, something was coming for him, and I mean, especially with Triple H probably looming, offering him deals. Tony Khan had to give him something.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as Britt's side and the Young Bucks are there, he's not going nowhere.
Next up, we've got Jamie Noble has announced that he will be wrestling his last match, probably. December 11th, WWE live event. The opponent hasn't been announced yet, but it is basically his hometown. So he stopped. Last time he wrestled, he had to retire because of injury with the J&J security storyline. But he's saying one more match. They've given him the okay. So if you're there, record it. Take some memories, because that would be his swan song, probably. He didn't make it sound definite. He's like, this is probably gonna be my last match.
Gotcha.
And then we talked about Wrestle Kingdom already. So that is the news and rumors I've got. We do have one thing to talk about right here, and that is the Justice League Inc. Financial Advice of the Week.
Oh, gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No.
If you want to get on the up and up like your boy, I'm the predictions champion. I'm dripping in gold. I've got money raining from the sky. I got the Midas touch. And you got to listen to me. Because every week I'm going to give you financial advice on how you can get on the up and up. And the advice I have for you this week is to invest all your savings in MJF coin. Do it right now. He's the AEW champion. His gold is your gold. His gain is your gain. And take that money that you get and invest in Justice League Inc. Become a shareholder today, folks. Knock. Are you going to go and make that investment right now? You going to make that smart money?
Not a single chance. Someone got to talk sense on the show, man. We can't lie to the public.
Invest in that AEW MJF coin.
Oh,
I did it. I don't regret a damn thing. Now, I don't regret a damn thing now. The time I did, but now I'm on the up and up. With that, we do have, we are going to do promo school real quick because we're on this timer. We did have a game plan for you guys, but we'll probably do it next week. Knock, did you have a promo school idea you wanted to knock out?
Oh, man. You all know what time it is. It's time for the main event of the evening. Usually it's up to Zach to provide promo school, but I'm the substitute teacher this week. I'm stepping in with a game plan, with a lesson plan, and I'm here for you guys. As you all may know, we play video games over here. We're not just wrestling, we're pop culture, we're everything. Movies, comics, all the good stuff. This past week, I've been privileged enough to play one of the greatest games of the generation, the greatest games of all time, God of War Ragnarok. Now, in promo school today, Eric, I don't know what you're currently playing. Pokemon just came out too with some of the worst bugs there is.
And I ain't no Pokemon, I ain't no bug type. It's damn straight graphical bugs.
Good or bad, on a game you're playing this currently, cut a promo on why you should play it or why they need to improve it.
All right. So before we get to that promo, then we're gonna take another quick break. So Knock, you get a minute to think about your promo, and we'll be right back. Enjoy these clips that we have lined up for you. We'll be right back.
Now I know you love video games.
Hold it there.
Thank you. Trying to rob me, man. Cheating out here.
40 seconds left.
Oh yeah!
All right. I know what I have to do.
Waste time.
Oh,
3. Yo, what's up with this frame rate?
oh, it's starting to break down.
It just went super fast on me.
Oh, Horace, if you're paying attention.
All right, 9 seconds left.
9 seconds. Oh,
Miss.
All right, Knock, it's all you. You gotta get something.
Oh,
Last second.
Where'd the time go? I had 9 seconds.
All right, we are back. Prime time to answer your question. When did we play NBA Jam? We played it twice.
I'd rather not talk about it. We played it twice.
Yeah, we played it like I know we played it early on, like before the first 100, and then we went back to it at some point.
All the wrestling footage of me winning on these games, he shows the NBA Jam where I got robbed, blatantly robbed.
And also, prime time, you asked, do I know the Krabby Patty's formula? I know the Krabby Patty ravioli give me the formioli all damn day. Now, Knox challenge was to do a promo on a video game. Are you going first or am I going first?
I can go first, man, because I can go all day when it comes to God of War Ragnarok. If you have a PlayStation 5, you have a PlayStation 4, too bad if you have a PC because you got to wait. You can only play the first one. This game has been amazing. 10s across the board. I mean, damn, sponsor us, play us. I have the stream going live. I'm bringing reviews, boss fights. God of War Ragnarok is the epitome of greatness. If you want action adventure, Norse mythology, if you thought Thor and MCU was doing it right, you haven't seen nothing yet. Kratos is here. Kratos is coming. Catch it out now. Coming to you live. West Coast Pop, man. God of War Ragnarok is my game of the generation. I am super excited. Let me know what you guys are playing, but there's no one touching the hammer, the axe, the blades of chaos that Kratos brings. I don't know what game Eric's going to say, but you can't stand toe-to-toe with Kratos. Not even Thor wants to stand toe-to-toe with Kratos.
Y'all aren't watching this man stream God of War. I don't know what you're doing, but you ain't using your time productively. Watch this man play God of War. However, so originally, I was actually the game I'm actually playing right now is I re-download LA Noire, and I was doing on DLC. But I do want to give a shout out to that game because that game is damn good. Love it. But I realized as you were speaking about God of War, I think we got a problem.
Okay.
Because the Game of the Year awards are coming up, and Knock is saying God of War.
Ragnarok.
I'm back in Elden Ring every day.
Who?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you right now. Are you a fan of Game of Thrones, Knock?
Huge fan.
You know your boy George R.R. Martin. He said, let me step into the gaming arena. Let me create the biggest world I can.
Right.
Let me include some dragons for y'all out there. And there are some dragons everywhere in this game. You want to fight a dragon? You want to be the Kingslayer? Play Elden Ring. I couldn't tell you a damn thing about the story, but all I know...
I thought that's what he was working on, the story.
All you nerds out there can worry about the story. All I know is that what other game do you know where wolves... The lore of the story is that the wolves are in the storm, and they form and they drop from the sky to attack you. What other game do you know where you become a lord of chaos in the end? This game is the reason games were made. From the first time somebody put a pixel on screen and demanded that pixel move up to block a ball into another pixel and called it Pong, that game was created so that one day a genius could create the gem that is Elden flippin' Ring. And unlike what do you call it, God of War? What weapon does he use? What weapons Kratos use?
All the weapons, his fists, the shield, the axe that you can throw and make it come back to you. The blades of chaos, man. That's historic. That's classic. That's more legendary than any Master Chief weapon.
That's it.
I said it.
You gonna leave Master Chief out of this, but Elden Ring, we got swords, we got katanas, we got shields, we got whips, we got axe, we got staffs, we got magic, we got sorcery, we got incantations, we got everything for days. And the fact is, if you're not playing Elden Ring, you are a jabroni.
Man, this Harry Potter clone. Listen, if you haven't played any other Souls games, then I guess Elden Ring is cool. But if you played other Souls games, this is just more of the same.
You know what? Actually, Doc, I got a challenge for you. Let's do this.
Have you even beat the game?
You did. You damn straight. I beat the game. I am the chaos.
Oh, at least
Lord.
he beats his game. At least he beats his game.
All
right.
I got a challenge for you, Doc. I'm throwing it out. Predictions championship on the line on one prediction.
Let's do it.
Elden Ring wins Game of the Year.
God of War Ragnarok wins Game of the Year. Let them know. Put it in. You heard it here first. It's on tape. It's on record. The predictions belt is coming home to the final boss.
When that Elden Ring takes the stage, I'm gonna go up there with them. I'm gonna have a speech ready for them. They better know who I am because I'm repping them right now. As a matter of fact, let me call the game committee now and make sure they know who they voted for.
Make sure you cast your vote on the website and put it for God of War Ragnarok, because when Ragnarok comes for the Game Awards, Elden will be ringless.
Oh, yeah. That has been West Coast POPCast, episode 135. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all been amazing today. Amazing crowd, amazing audience. Make sure you hit that bell icon and subscribe. We are so close to 800. And the closer we get to 1,000, that's when the real shit pops off. That's when we get the resources. That's when y'all can see us on here faithfully killing the YouTube game. I mean, all the shit that we do on a regular basis now, times 1,000 when we get to 1,000. So help us get there.
Yes, sir. We're so close, man. Really appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We no more Zach here to say where can you find us, but Eric, where can you really find us?
You know where you can find us, Knock? You can find us playing Elden Ring during Impact, because there ain't no reason to watch Impact. But in all seriousness, you can catch us on the West Coast POPcast on YouTube every Sunday. Make sure you tell your friends, tell your family, and don't miss out on this good stuff right here.
Don't miss out on the good stuff. We'll see you guys later, man. If you're playing on Xbox, go check your eyes. See you guys next week.
Peace out.